Step 1. Bring a shotgun. You will not post competitive times on this boss without a shotgun. Joseph Hardened has made his way into neural simulation, and he works a bit differently than any of the other bosses. He is completely invulnerable until you break 3 parts, so going in guns blazing just isn't going to cut it. Damage to parts is determined by 3 things: the level of the character during the damage, the type of gun they're using, and the fire rate of the gun. To maximize part damage, you want to use a level 80 character with a slow firing shotgun. If you use anything else, other people will finish the entire boss fight before you finish breaking parts. Once you break all of his parts, Joe will become mortal. He has about 1.2 million HP, which is very low for a neural simulation boss. Most bosses, like regular Joe, have around 2 million HP. Hardened's lower health is likely to compensate for his being invincible for most of the fight. You can use any level 80 shotgun unit for part breaking with good results, but the queen will, unsurprisingly, be Finny. You shouldn't use her standard skill, as it will reduce damage done to parts even once you factor the attack speed boost in. Instead, train her neuronic that applies her support skill to the whole squad, and start with someone else on the field. Open with a few rolls to close the gap, use Finny's support skill to boost everyone's rate of fire, and then swap to Finny. If you don't have Finny's 5-star version, her 4-star is also pretty good for this at Manifestation 3. She can boost the number of pellets she fires after using her standard skill, which will allow for a big chunk of extra part damage. The best shotgun to use for this is Sunny Payback. It will break the side parts in about 8 shots. This is because it passively fires an extra pellet when it shoots. I didn't have that gun, so I used Lapis Lazuli, which breaks the side parts in about 10 shots. Any shotgun with a rate of fire of 60 will do. The actual damage of the shotgun does not matter, so you can use a level 1 blue shotgun if that's all you have. Once you have your shotgun figured out, you'll need a 2-man DPS team, unless you plan to use Finny herself. I used Tess and Hush, as Tess's ultimate can actually help with part breaking, and Joseph's low HP makes him easy to one-shot with Hush. Shinsing and Finny 5-star aren't bad here, but neither kills as quickly as Hush. Yao requires 2 supports, Tess and Moxer Sadoka, to do her big damage runs, and doesn't perform as well when one of them gets replaced with a shotgun, though she can clear in about 45 seconds if she breaks parts herself. I haven't seen a good Katia run, but I imagine it will be in the 50 to 60 second range. I start the fight with Finny in the back so that I can use her support skill, then swap her out to quickly break parts. Once a part gets to 1 shot remaining, I like to leave it and focus the other, as Joseph will be stunned out of any attack animation when a part breaks. This can be useful to cancel an attack that threatens your life or runtime. Once I'm halfway through the second part, I activate Tess ult to help break parts and build up U energy. The timing on this is tight, as you want her out as early as possible, but not so early that her ult ends before Joe dies. When the armor breaks, I swap to Hush and cheat out a few shots around Tessa's support skill to build more energy. This can be done even before Joe's invulnerability falls off. Next, I toss my bola and ult before it hits. This runs the timeout on his invulnerability while the bola is frozen in midair during my ult animation. He ends up being stunned right as my ult goes off, which reduces the chances of him jumping around before it kills him. My Tess is only Manifestation 1, so I could run it faster with Manifestation 2 or 3, but only by a few seconds. Since she ults early, there's time to build up U energy, which takes the edge off of not having a higher manifestation. The biggest time save would be getting Sunny Payback. that would likely knock 5 seconds off the run and faster part breaks and less time spent reloading. Alright, that's it from me. My best friend will play out in full after this. Good luck.
人に喜びを与える錯覚の芸術、今ご披露しよう。It'll take more than that. ようこそ季節の魔法の世界へ。So, you've realized you need me then? Cooperation can be risky. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! Well done. Sushi's effectiveness in combat varies based on height difference with opponent. That's my 10,000 steps for the day.